Do you know what you've done?
It's not my fault.
Oh, I suppose it just shot itself then.
I can fix this. I can fix this. I'm gonna use this.
You bonkers. No one's used that in years. You can't fix that with that. No one can.
I am.
Prove it.
I will.
Okay, so I'm Marco Gutierrez, and this is a tutorial about how to use the McBeth color chart for video. I've seen a lot of posts online of people wondering, can you use the McBeth color chart to actually color correct in video or color grade in video? And I think I found a pretty good method. This is actually a method I picked up from using Adobe Photoshop. It's called color correcting by the numbers. So the first thing we got to do is grab some footage with the color chart. And I chose this footage because this is typically what happens to a video camera when it's not white balanced properly under tungsten light. Now, I'm using Avid Media Composer 7, but this method can be used in Apple's Final Cut, Adobe Premiere, Grass Valley Ideas. So let's get started. Okay, first thing I got to do is go into my color correcting mode. Now, most software, when you go into any type of color correcting, they'll come up with these color wheels, and these are pretty good. I don't particularly like them because I don't think they have as much room for control. But I'll show you the easiest thing to do is just to come over here to the midtone eyedropper and grab kind of a gray area. But as you can tell, it didn't really do a very good job, so I'm going to undo that. And instead, the method I like to use involves using curves. I think curves are very powerful, and they are just a tremendous color correcting tool. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is take a sample. We're going to focus on this grayscale area of the McBeth chart, and particularly the highlights and the shadows. So we're going to start with the shadows. To do this, I'm going to bring my cursor over here and click and hold until I reach this area of my shadow area in the McBeth chart. So as you can tell, my reds are very high and my blues are very low. Now I'm going to bring my reds down. So my shadow area, my red is down here, and I'm going to slide that over some. So I'm going to increase that a bit and take another sample. And looks like I need to go a little bit higher. There we go. It's getting there. Okay, I can deal with 40. I'm going to try to bring the other ones down to 40 as well. So with green, we need to bring our green down as well. So let's see what we got there. Green, it looks like I went a little too far on the green, so I'm going to back it up a little bit. That's looking a little bit better. I'll back it up a little bit more until we're not too much. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty close. And now I got to bring my blues up just a tad. So we're going to go over here. And we're going to bring our blues up a little bit. That might be too much, so I'll bring that down. Okay, let's take a look. That's too much. And that looks pretty close. Yeah, there we go. We're spot on. All right, very good. Now we're going to do the same thing with our highlights. And to do that, we're going to do the same thing that we did before. Grab a sample from our highlights. As you can tell, our reds are very high, so the first thing I want to do is bring those reds down. So I'm going to bring them down quite a bit and see where we are. And that's actually about where I want it, right around 199, about 200. Okay, so our green needs to come down just a little bit. That might be too much, but let's take a look. Nope, I can bring that down even more. That's pretty good right there. Now we need to bring our blues up quite a bit. Let's see where we are. Yeah, we need a lot more than that. Need just a little bit more. That's very close. That's good. Okay. And there we go. Now the last thing I want to do is adjust my contrast. And again, using this area here, we can see that on our waveform. Our white area is obviously pretty low. So we're going to bring that up using our master over here. Just going to bring that up just a little bit until we just barely below that clipping area. Okay, very good. Our shadows are actually pretty decent. I'm just going to bring them down maybe just a smidge. Doesn't look like we have to bring them down too far. There we go. Okay. Now, some of you may be noticing that I'm going below 16. If this is for broadcast, you want to keep them at 16. If this is for the web, you can go down to 0. So, anyway, this is what it looked like before color correction, and this is after. And you can see the shift in the waveform as well. It's very dramatic, and it's a wonderful method, and I think it's a great way to use this chart to get some really nice neutral colors from where to start your color grading. So thanks again for watching.